today's webinar will focus on features and benefits relating to Autodesk Maintenance Subscription and the Autodesk 360 Cloud benefits included. It's important to mention that there are currently 3 flavors of Autodesk Subscription. Since we're covering maintenance, I'm going to skip over that for just now. Autodesk Desktop Subscription, formerly rental licenses, offers a pay-as-you-go option for certain Autodesk software and suites. This option allows for a lower upfront investment and greater scalability. A lot of the features that we are going to cover today that focus on maintenance subscription will also be covering some of the features and benefits included in Desktop Subscription. Now, Autodesk Cloud Service Subscription is ever evolving, and while many of the current cloud offerings are included with Autodesk Maintenance Subscription, there are Cloud Service Subscription-only products like Autodesk BIM 360 Field and Autodesk BIM 360 Glue that this option better represents. If you're interested in learning more about Autodesk Desktop or Autodesk Cloud Services Subscription, please contact us or visit the Autodesk Subscription landing page on our website. Autodesk Maintenance Subscription is available for Autodesk perpetual licenses and is the most cost-effective way to maintain and maximize your long-term investment in Autodesk software and related services. With Autodesk Subscription, you have access to latest software releases, flexible licensing rights, Autodesk 360 Cloud benefits, and technical support. Here's an overview of what we'll be covering. Increased mobility and improved collaboration, access to the newest technology and design tools, flexible access that fits the way you work, and technical support when you need it. Now, I chose to divide the increased mobility and improved collaboration segment because today's participants may include those who never access any subscription benefits, and I figure spending a few minutes providing a little background information on how to get started might be helpful. So in this particular section, I'm going to cover the roles associated with Autodesk Maintenance Subscription, what happens after you purchase Autodesk software with Autodesk Maintenance Subscription, how administrators can access Subscription Center to grant and manage user access to subscription benefits, and gaining access to Autodesk subscription benefits via Autodesk account, sometimes named Autodesk 360 and subsequently A360 Drive. You're going to access these with your user ID, sometimes referenced as an Autodesk ID. Now, Subscription Center is a password-protected site for Autodesk subscription holders only. Autodesk subscription benefits are allocated by a designated administrator. There are 2 administrator roles within Autodesk Subscription Center, the contract manager and a software coordinator. And when you purchase Autodesk software with maintenance subscription for the first time, if you're a sole proprietor, you will receive the default to the role of contract manager and software coordinator. If you are a multi-person firm, you will advise who should be assigned the roles of contract manager and software coordinator at the time of purchase. Now, this screen illustrates what Autodesk will send a contract manager when an order is complete. It's an email confirming the product portion of the order has been processed, and in about 48 hours of this initial confirmation email, Autodesk systems will sync, and a welcome email for Subscription Center with login information will go out to the contract manager and the software coordinator. Continuing with subscription roles, at the time of purchase, the software coordinator will be assigned as a named user for each product by default. Subscription benefits can be accessed by any person that the administrator has added as a user and associated benefits tied to an Autodesk product on subscription. Whether you're a one-person firm or an administrator for an organization, you will need to access Subscription Center and manage user permissions so users have access to 360 Cloud services. This includes yourself. Note that for each seat of Autodesk product, 1 named user is afforded. It's also important to mention that even if a person doesn't have Autodesk software or Autodesk subscription, anyone can create a free A360 Drive account to collaborate on Autodesk drawings or simply use as one would Dropbox, store, share, and view various file types. Once an administrator adds a user, that user will receive an email from Autodesk to visit accounts.autodesk.com to complete their profile, and from there they would access subscription benefits primarily via the website 360.autodesk.com. Now, if you're currently using subscription benefits, you probably noticed that there are quite a number of redirects when accessing different benefits. I've heard that Autodesk is working on consolidating this, but for now, a single ID and password should work when accessing the vast majority of Autodesk subscription-related sites and benefits. Your email address should be the default ID to access Subscription Center and Autodesk account unless you changed it to something else. Of course, if you have any issues accessing Subscription Center or Autodesk account, please don't hesitate to let us know. Now that we've covered the basics, let's view a 5-minute video I created that demonstrates what we just covered on administrators accessing Subscription Center to manage users. While Autodesk is making plans to have administrators and users access and manage everything within the Autodesk account portal, today contract managers or software coordinators can create, edit, remove users by accessing the user management tools in Subscription Center. Start by signing into Subscription Center and click Access Your Subscription Benefits. Then click Contract Administration. Once you click on Contract Administration, you can now click on Manage Users. On the initial user management page, you can see a list of users associated with your contract. I'm just going to wait for this to load. Now, clicking on a user's name will bring up the products and services that user currently has access to. To add or remove products, services, or benefits for one of these existing users, click on the respective Edit Access button. The pop-up window will display two areas, Benefits and Products and Services. If you prefer, you can use the tabs at the top of the window to navigate to each section individually. User permissions for the traditional subscription benefits are set in the Benefits section. Select a contract by clicking on it to expand the benefits details. Check web support or product extensions to assign a user to those benefits. If your contract includes phone support, you will see an area around here where you can click Manage Users to access the traditional tools for managing phone support users. This phone support comes with Autodesk Advanced Support. You can let us know if you have any questions about that. We'll be happy to talk to you more about that. You can manage user access to cloud services in the Products and Services area. Cloud services are related to specific products. You can assign cloud services access by assigning a user to a product the desired service is entitled to. Note that different products have different cloud service offerings. You can view the cloud services associated with the product by clicking on that product to expand the details. You can assign a user to the product by clicking the checkbox beside the product name or by checking any of the services associated with that product. Notice that checking the product or one of its services consumes one of the named user seats of that product. Unchecking the product or all of its services releases that named user seat. You are entitled to one named user seat for each seat of that product you have on your contract. Note that products like Autodesk AutoCAD LT that only have basic Autodesk 360 offerings like Autodesk 360 Storage or Autodesk Remote and Autodesk Recap 360 are not displayed individually. You'll be granted one seat of Autodesk 360 for each of those particular products, and you can grant users access to just Autodesk 360 Storage, Remote, or Recap by assigning them to Autodesk 360. To remove a user, we're going to cover that in a moment. We're just going to wrap this area up here that shows you how to just assign product services related to Autodesk AutoCAD LT. Just demonstrating again how you can just click on these areas. Now moving forward, if you navigate to the user list as previously described and click on the gray X circle to the right of the user's name, you can remove a user. In the confirmation alert, click Remove to confirm that you would like to remove the user, or click Cancel to cancel the action. Repeat this process for each user that needs to be removed. Note that removing a user doesn't delete their Autodesk account. It just severs the relationship between that user and the benefits, products, and services on that contract. To add a user, click the Add User button. Fill in the user's email address, first name, and last name. Check I'd like to add access to the user now to set the user's permissions. Clicking Save will open the Edit Access dialog so you can set the permission and product assignments for the new user. Note that once you add a user, that user is automatically assigned 100 individual cloud credits. These credits are tied to the user's email address, and if consumed, will not be reimbursed, even if you remove this user. You can add multiple users by clicking Add User, and then navigate to the Bulk Add tab. Type or paste a list of users in the large field provided. This format used is first name space, last name space, and email address of each user, and then separate each user record with a semicolon. Whenever you add or edit a user's access, Autodesk will send the user a notification email promptly. Okay. Now that we covered how to access Subscription Center and set user permission and benefits associated with Autodesk products on Active Subscription, let's just delve a bit deeper and further into Autodesk 360 benefits and where to locate and access cloud services that would be applicable to your Autodesk product, as well as some important information on cloud credits. Autodesk 360 is a cloud-based destination that provides free online data storage and a powerful, secure set of tools that improve the way you design, visualize, and simulate. You can get anytime, anywhere access to your data and virtually infinite computing power. By adding cloud services to your Autodesk software, you'll free up desktop resources, you'll simplify collaboration, and streamline workflows. It's important to note that while storage, sharing, and viewing are available to all Autodesk subscription customers, certain 360 cloud services are available only with particular Autodesk products. Cloud services are being introduced on an ongoing basis, so many of these services will become accessible to maintenance subscription customers automatically. For the purposes of this webinar, we will not get into the particulars of each cloud service listed here, but we will demonstrate where you can access from 360.autodesk.com. For specifics on any of these offerings, please don't hesitate to contact us, and one of our application specialists will be happy to go over in more detail. Okay, so now we're going to go over cloud credits. Tasks that utilize Autodesk cloud services, such as creating a rendering or running a simulation, consume cloud credits. Now, cloud credits are a unit of measurement required to perform these tasks. All cloud services that consume cloud credits are metered. Once all the cloud credits have been used, services requiring cloud credits will no longer function unless additional cloud credits are purchased. You can purchase cloud credits if you're an administrator within Subscription Center, as well as from any of your account executives here at Microsol Resources. So if you do need additional cloud credits or you have questions about cloud credits, please don't hesitate to let us know. Note that cloud credits have a value of 1. Different tasks require different amounts of cloud credits, depending on the type and size of the task. As this chart indicates, more complex services and tasks will require more cloud credits to perform these tasks. Now, while this slide compares shared and individual cloud credits, because of relatively recent changes brought about by Autodesk, I want to further clarify regarding individual cloud credits versus shared cloud credits. Individual cloud credits refer to the 100 cloud credits associated with each seat of Autodesk software on maintenance subscription. If you purchase Autodesk software and it comes with 100 seats of cloud credits, those are the individual cloud credits. Now, individual cloud credits are no longer combined and cannot be shared at the contract level or transferred. This is a change. So if you were wondering what happened to the hundreds or thousands of cloud credits that somehow disappeared at some point in time, this might explain it. Now, shared cloud credits refer to the purchased cloud credits. These credits are pooled. Allocation of shared cloud credits within your organization cannot be done at the user level. What this means is if you purchase 100 shared cloud credits, you cannot assign all or some of them to a specific user or users. However, if you're the contract administrator, you can't turn on or off cloud services for named users when managing user access if you don't want them to have access to consuming these shared cloud credits. Additionally, the system is set up to consume each user's 100 individual cloud credits before consuming any shared cloud credits. Now, cloud credits can be a little confusing, so again, any questions at all about shared cloud credits or individual cloud credits or MIA cloud credits, don't hesitate to let us know. Contract managers and software coordinators can view cloud credit usage details from the Autodesk 360 Service Usage Report interface, currently located within Subscription Center. From here, administrators can view user consumption of individual cloud credits as well as any purchase shared credit usage. Even credit usage by service, such as rendering or simulation information, is available. Autodesk 360 Service Usage Report includes information on used and remaining cloud storage, provides additional access points to go to manage users, and access 360 cloud services. Devices tracks activation information in the cloud, which is useful for the same reasons we track this information stored outside of the cloud. Additionally, complete information on the contract from the end date to the product, quantity, deployment type, serial numbers, and product keys are all right here at your fingertips. This area is changing all the time. Autodesk is working on improving it, so it may not look exactly like this, but right now this is what it does look like. Now let's view a short demonstration on Autodesk 360 Service Usage Report interface. Okay, while we wait for this video to load, it's going to start up similar to how you would access subscription benefits ready by signing into Subscription Center and clicking Access Your Subscription Benefits. So you're going to go ahead and log into Subscription Center, and once you log in, you're going to click on Contract Administration. And once you access Contract Administration, you're going to go ahead and click on the Autodesk 360 Service Usage Report. As my account is not commercial account, it may appear slightly different on our end. Also, as I mentioned, Autodesk is working on consolidating everything to a single site. So there are going to be some changes, and this is an ongoing basis, but this is how it looks probably today. Now, in this section, you can purchase shared cloud credits by clicking on the Get Cloud Credits button, where you'll be taken to the Autodesk eStore. But as I mentioned, we at Microsol Resources will be happy to provide you with these shared purchase cloud credits, and you can just purchase it through your account executive just like you would any other product or service. Now, I want you to notice that you can view data on both individual and shared cloud credit usage, and you can drill down to the view data on cloud credits usage by users. Note that similarly, users also have access to their own cloud usage consumption data and cloud storage report. Now let's just quickly jump over to what I had mentioned earlier about how you would visit 360.autodesk.com to locate and access 360 cloud services available to you based on your product. For this demonstration, as I mentioned, we're just going to show the 360 cloud entitlements associated with Autodesk Building Design Suite Ultimate. Just as you can see, this is like basically a lot of the products that would come in these type of suites. But if you're interested in more information on how to perform tasks such as rendering and simulation, please contact us and our application engineers will be happy to delve into the specifics. We do also have some tutorials on specific Cloud 360 services such as rendering and using those different products and services. And I'd also like to mention, as this video wraps up, that if you are interested in learning more about some of the basics, such as drawing, sharing, viewing, there is a great video that we posted on our website. So please feel free to visit our website and look for our embedded video where we cover this particular topic comprehensively. You can locate that on our subscription landing page, microsolresources.com. So this concludes my portion of this online webinar about increasing mobility and improving collaboration with Autodesk Subscription. And with that, I'm going to hand over the remainder of the presentation to my co-presenter, Cora Coates.
Okay, so thank you very much, Rowena. Okay, so now we'll continue on with the second portion of the presentation. Okay, so one of the most valuable benefits of maintenance subscription is having access to the latest version of your software. A new version is typically released each year in the spring. As a subscription customer, you can either download the latest version electronically within Subscription Center, or you can purchase the physical media of the latest version from within Subscription Center. We will go over each of these processes now. Downloading software within Subscription Center is a free and easy process. Once you log into Subscription Center and click on Access Benefits, you will arrive at this page. Simply click the yellow Get Your Upgrade button in the center of the page. You'll come to this page where you'll then click Download Your Upgrade Now. We can now select which software we would like to download. We'll select our desired language and operating system platform from the pull-down menu at the top of the page. Scroll through the product options or enter a product name in Product Search. Next, click the pull-down arrow on the Download Method button to the right and select Download Now from the menu. You will then install the Autodesk Download Manager and accept the license agreement. When the Download Manager installs and launches successfully, we are ready to install our software. We then come to the License and Services Agreement. Click Country or Region, review the agreement and accept, and then click Next. Select the product language from the drop-down menu and then select the license type. Next, enter your serial number and product key and click Next. Next, we'll select the components we wish to install as well as the installation path. The installation path indicates the location where our Autodesk products will be installed. We recommend that you proceed with the default configuration and location. Next, review the list of installed components and click Finish to close the installer. Some people are more comfortable getting access to the latest software version through a physical copy of the media. For these folks, we'll quickly review how to purchase physical media within Subscription Center. Just as we did with the electronic download, we'll begin by clicking on the yellow Get Your Upgrade button. That will take us back to this page. We'll then click on Request Physical Media on the upper left corner. On the Order Physical Media page, select the product, language, and quantity you would like to have shipped. At the bottom of the page, enter your shipping address and click Next. Verify the products you've selected and your shipping address and click Go to Checkout. You will then be prompted to select the shipping speed, enter details for your preferred payment method, review your order, and finally submit your order. A copy of your order information will then be sent to your email. In addition to downloading the full new product version, Autodesk typically releases product enhancements. You can download software enhancements or access them through the Autodesk Application Manager. Another great benefit of maintenance subscription is flexible licensing. This includes home use rights and access to previous versions. Requests for home use and previous use are made by the contract manager and/or the software coordinator. We'll begin with how to request home use. Home use is a benefit that allows for a secondary installation for each sheet of Autodesk software and active maintenance subscription. The secondary installation is for a workstation or laptop to be used outside of the primary office location and not meant to increase the amount of users that can access the software, but rather for the convenience of existing users to continue to work seamlessly outside of the office. Okay, so this time we'll click Contract Administration on the left side. Click on the eligible product list to determine whether the product and version you want is available for home use. Then click Next. Read and accept the Home Use Auxiliary Service Agreement, click that you accept, and then Continue. Select your primary license type and click Continue. It is important to note that standalone deployments do not require a home use request. The serial number will automatically allow for a second installation as long as the software is on active subscription. Confirm that your contact information is correct. At the bottom of the page, enter the product name, release, serial number, and quantity of licenses you are registering. Then click Submit. It may take up to 5 business days for your request to be processed. The process to request previous version usage is quite similar. After clicking Contract Administration on the left side, click Previous Versions. Next, click the license deployment method that is applicable and hit Continue. It is worth noting that there is no need to request previous use up to 3 versions back for network licenses because the network license file already contains the current version plus 3 versions back. This process really only applies to standalone licenses. We'll then select the most current version of the product we are selecting a previous version for. Please keep in mind that previous use works with the current version of product. So if you had an AutoCAD in the past but since cross-graded to an Autodesk Building Design Suite Premium and want to use, say, a 2013 version of AutoCAD, you have to request previous use for 2013 Autodesk Building Design Suite Premium. And then from within this product is how you access the AutoCAD 2013. Okay, so then we'll verify our contact info once again. On the bottom of the page, we'll enter in the current serial numbers and version your previous licenses will be based. Finally, click Submit. Your coverage report can help you locate the information needed to complete this form. Please allow up to 3 to 5 business days for Autodesk to complete the request. Okay, so in this final section, we'll go over how to access technical support for your software. As a subscription customer, you have access to Autodesk technical web support. Also, as a client of Microsol Resources, you have access to our technical support department by email and by phone for troubleshooting support. This includes crash support as well. Accessing technical support within Subscription Center is simple. You click on Technical Support on the left side and then on Create a Support Case. The first step in completing a web support request is selecting the support topic that best describes your issue: installation and configuration, registration and activation, whatever the issue may be. You will then fill in the required product and system information. And then finally attach any file that may help describe your case and hit Submit. Also, I wanted to mention that when creating a support case in Subscription Center, it is important to grant us, as your reseller, access to the case so we can help as needed. You can do this under Contract Administration. Simply click on the Set Reseller View button and grant us this viewing privilege. Another level of support is Autodesk Advanced Support, which includes Autodesk 24 hours, 5 days a week, phone support. Customers can either purchase or add advanced support to their Autodesk subscription for most products, or some products, such as the Building Design Suite Ultimate, come with advanced support. Just to recap what we've covered during today's presentation, we have covered how to set up your subscription benefits for yourself and for your users to increase mobility and improve collaboration with 360 benefits, how to access your latest version in Subscription Center, as well as home and previous version use, and finally, how to access technical support. Okay, so I would also like to highlight a few simple self-help resources. The first is Autodesk Knowledge Network. You can access a broad range of information about system requirements, installation, activation, and registration of your software. I also want to show you our own subscription landing page. From here, you can read about the different Autodesk subscription offerings. Our maintenance subscription page includes many helpful links covering common questions Autodesk users have. Many of these links will take you directly to our Microsol Resources blog. Our blog is another great resource. You can search our blog by topic. I also wanted to show you all some more resources you can find within our website. We'll go back to our website and click on Resources at the top of the page. This takes us to a page featuring many helpful videos. For example, we have a series of What's New with Autodesk 2015 videos, which go over many features within the 2015 releases. So these videos are quite helpful and very worth checking out. Back to the presentation. Okay, so I wanted to thank you all for attending today's webinar, and please reach out to us with any questions. And this concludes today's webinar.